Alright, so we're here with Chat GPT, ready to play him against chess. My first move is going to be e4, king's pawn opening. Now let's see what he does. So 1 e5, which is right there. So let's now move our bishop to c4. So we'll do that. Bishop to c4. So the move he responded with is knight to f6. Okay, what should I do? Let's play queen to f3. So queen f3. This is kingside. Knight to c6. What? Wait a minute, how is that possible? Oh well. I mean, I could just check him right here. Why do you do that? Oh well. Queen to f7, I guess. Queen takes f7. And then that's checkmate. That was the fastest game. Good game. That was the fastest game I've ever played in my life. Well, I hope you guys liked the video and enjoyed. This was probably the fastest game. Let's play another one actually, since that took too long. Never mind, I meant too short. So let me restart everything and let's play another game. So we're back at the round 2. I'm white, ChatGPT's black, and I chose to do knight to b3. Ooh, pawn to d4. That's a interesting move. Alright. I'll do pawn to d5. No, wait, what? Wait a minute. So instead he did d3. So pawn, oh, so it's not this one. Pawn to, yeah, it's d3. What? D3, that's right here. I think he thinks he's white. I don't think he understands this. Hey guys, so we're back on game 2 of ChatGPT. My first move is going to be D4, pawn D4. So, let's see what he responds with. He responds with D5. D5 is blocking the pawn for D4. So, my next move, let me think. My knight could go to C3 and then attack his pawn on D5. But is that the best move? I could either do that or I could develop my bishop. But my move is going to be knight to C3, attacking his pawn. He responds with knight to F6. So, let me think what I could do. So if his knight goes to F6, defending his pawn on D5, I could attack his knight with my bishop, with bishop to G7, or G6 I meant. No, G5 I meant. So let's see what he does. H6. Pawn to H6. That's a good move. But I respond with bishop takes knight on F6. So once I do that move, let's see what he does. Or it. We honestly don't know. So as I take on F6, capturing the knight, ooh, pawn takes F6. So pawn takes F6, which I'm not sure if it helps to develop its pawns. It really just double stacks the two pawns, which isn't really good, but it doesn't matter. So what could we do now? We could move our pawn. We could move our pawn E4 or E3 to help the bishop develop. Or we could do knight to F3. But I chose to move knight to F3. Ooh, he decided to do bishop to F5, which doesn't really do anything really except attack the pawn. What can I do? I could just rush it with my pawn, G6 or something, G5 I meant, and attack it, but it would just take. So I'm gonna decide. I can't do the king. I can't move my queen because if I move it up, it's gonna be useless. Can't move any of my rooks or my pawn. I'm gonna do pawn E4, attacking the bishop and the pawn. Ooh, he does knight to C6. Alright, this is a solid move, I guess. I'm gonna just take his bishop with my pawn. Right now, ChatGPT is doing pretty good on structuring all his pieces, sort of. I don't know what structure I really have, but I'm just going to move my queen to d3. Ooh. Ooh, he did bishop to e4, which is quite odd, but not really. I did forget to move my queen, which probably made it worse for me, but I chose knight to d2. So as I move it to attack the bishop, he decides to do e6. Which is moving the pawn up one, protecting his other pawn, and having 3 pawns in a diagonal, blocking all my blocking the light squares. It was really good for him. I'm not really doing well in all my moves and pieces, but I thought this was going to be easier, seeing I was going against a dumb AI, which, artificial intelligence aren't as dumb as I thought they were. So the move that I'm thinking I will do will have to be knight takes e5, which it says I can't, but that's probably because I put K for king instead of doing knight as an N. But if I do that, take bishop, what? So f pawn takes e5, which is what I thought, but I'll just take it with my knight, with knight takes e5, which is a pretty simple move. I'm not sure, he's down a couple pieces. He's down a bishop, which I'm down a bishop. So I'm going to capture his pawn right now. Actually, yeah. Pawn to d5 to sit there and threaten his knight, which he decides to do bishop to d7, d6, which allows me to take his knight with my pawn. So pawn takes c7. It says to make a legal move, which I don't know why it's saying that. It is a legal move, but it doesn't matter, I guess. I'll just do a different move, I guess. So he moves his queen to h4 check, which is quite interesting since he can't even do that. He just teleports his queen through his pawn, checking, well, quote unquote, checking my king, which is protected by a pawn. So now I attack his queen with my pawn, g3, which attacks the queen. Let's see what his moves now. He better not do something dumb. So pawn to g3. Rook to g8. Attacking my pawn, but it gives me a free queen, which is the worst possible move. He blundered indefinitely. So as I'm going to take his queen, And after I take his queen, let's see what ChatGPT decides to do next. And to see if he actually does a reasonable move. Which he has no reasonable moves, except just to castle his king with his rook on the left side. And he decides to take my pawn and spawn in a brand new queen out of nowhere. I don't even know how that's possible. How am I going to win if he can just summon moves like that? I can't even put queen to g4 because he says king to d7, putting himself in check. How is that possible? He is in check now. I can't. I have to take it, right? Like, there's no other move I can do. It says it's impossible for my pawn to take the knight. So, I don't know. I guess I'll have to change what I'm doing. I could just take his queen with my queen. Still says my pawn can't take d7. Checkmate. Because it's taking his king. I don't know what else that is. Like, it's kind of weird how ChatGPT plays. But let's move our queen to take the queen. You know what? Screw it. I'm actually just gonna take his king with my pawn, since you think it's not fair. I'm gonna just count as a win. Now he's in check again. What will he do? He's gonna check me? How is he gonna check me when my pawn is still blocking my king? I'm just gonna take his king. I don't know what else he could do. He can't defend it. This is the worst game of chess an AI has ever played. Stockfish is better, of course. Mittens has 1 elo, the worst elo possible, other than 0, and plays better than ChatGPT. So I'm gonna just use my queen and take the king and count this as a dub. So I hope you guys liked this video, and if you guys will, I want you guys to please like and subscribe to the video and help me with the YouTube algorithm so people can see more of my content, and you guys can comment down below and give me tips and tricks of how to become better. So I hope you guys enjoy. Peace out.